What it do, cockwads? It's your boy the Hater up in this piece, and I just want to start out by saying Merry Christmas to all of you, even those that don't celebrate Christmas. Christmas is a holiday for all, you know what I mean, at least in America, because it really has much more to do with American consumerism than it does with Jesus Christ. So either way, everyone's probably off today, so I hope everyone has a nice day. Now with that being said, let's get to the video at hand. This video was prompted by a video that I just saw seconds ago where Triple H reveals the new logo of Raw. It's the self-serving 1.5 minute video of Triple H, this fucking cuckold, just walking around being like, a logo tells you everything you need to know without saying anything at all. Like, it's just some nonsense. No, it doesn't. That's not what a logo does. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Then this idiot walks to the back and he reveals the Raw logo, which is just the word Raw, with like two red, things on the corner, It's not a good logo. It's not a bad logo. Nobody gives a flying fuck. You know what I mean? It's definitely never going to be an iconic logo. It's like the NXT logo that changes every couple of years, and it's like nobody knows what the hell the logo is at this point. Cut. But anyways, this thing prompted me to think to myself that it's time, motherfucks. It's time. It's over. The not Vince McMahon experiment has clearly failed abysmally. I don't care what anyone says. It has failed abysmally. It's time to bring Vince McMahon back. It's time, cucks. It's time. Oh, but Hater, what about the allegations? What about them? Last I checked, cucks, allegations are just that. You have to actually go to court and prove these things. I understand that most wrestling fans are just very sheltered people, The neckbeard demographic are just a bunch of people that haven't done anything. They haven't been anywhere. They don't know anything, right? They're just dorks. Like, their world travels include watching Yu Yu Hakushi, or whatever the fuck it's called, and going on trips around the world with Gohan. No. The problem is these people don't know anything. They don't know anything about anything. Or as Travis Porter once said, you don't know nothing about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, the point is, these neckbeards have taken the ball and ran with it. They've pretty much ruined wrestling, but with respect to Vince McMahon, this whole thing about allegations, it's like, first of all, if you just believe allegations, you're fucking stupid. It's as simple as that. You're just dumb, you know what I mean? This is why the Founding Fathers and the House of the Lords back in England, and basically every other culture imaginable, have come up with some form of trial, right? Because the idea is you can't just believe allegations. If you just believe allegations, you're stupid. That's pretty much what every culture has agreed upon. You're dumb. Now, I'm not saying allegations can't be true. Obviously, some allegations are true, and obviously, we can have an opinion on them, but you need the facts, you need the evidence, and you need to hear the other side. These are three things that haven't happened. Basically, what happened was some broad who may or may have not been abused by Vince McMahon. I don't know. Hopefully, she wasn't, obviously. If she was, shame on Vince. But basically, this woman says like, oh, Vince did this and that and that and this. He groomed me. First of all, my friend told me this woman was like 37 when she was groomed. She was the Hater's age when she was groomed. You're a grown woman. You can't be groomed if you're 37. That's just a weird word to use. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter what you call it. The point is, nobody even cared to hear Vince McMahon's side. He denied everything, right? People are like, yeah, I know he did it. Oh, I know because one time he hugged Stacy Keibler in a promo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking grow up, Grow up. And the same neckbeards that say things like Vince McMahon ruined Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt sucked. He sucked. It's good that Vince ruined him. And I can be honest about these things, I just saw a video yesterday talking about how Vince McMahon never liked Christian Cage, right? First of all, I think he did because he made him a champion twice. But nevertheless, let's say he didn't. Even though Christian Cage is my favorite wrestler of all time, this doesn't mean that he should be a 20-time world champion. Just because I like him doesn't mean that he's going to draw a lot of money. And Vince was always about the money because this is a business. Now these neckbeards who've never played sports in their lives, who've never done anything competitive, aside from maybe playing a game of League of Legends, they're like, oh, this is a sport. Oh, Daniel Bryan is an athlete. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Shut your fucking mouth. It's as simple as that. The reality is what the reality is. Vince McMahon made wrestling, and clearly without him, it has failed every single time. Literally everyone else in the history of the world that has tried to do wrestling has failed when compared to Vince. And quite honestly, even when compared to nothing, they have largely failed. Like TNA has largely failed. You know, there's some people that have made money off of it, right? Some wrestlers that work there and stuff like that. But overall, the business endeavor was not good, right? AEW is probably still in the red. I don't see how they're not, right? Fucking New Japan is like always struggling. I mean, they're always like, oh shit, how do we pay the bills? You know? Every other wrestling company is not even worth talking about, you know? ROH, it's like, they've been stuck at like 40 people arenas for like 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a good formula. The only person that knows how to do it is Vince McMahon. And this idea that Triple H can clearly get it done is obviously false. Triple H is in it to promote himself. Like, did you ever see Vince McMahon do a video like this? Where he's like, here's the promo here's the logo for Raw is War. No, he just said attitude. And then the logo came by itself, right? Vince McMahon was not this like Vince McMahon was never the face of the WWE. That's the difference. He was never the face. Even Mr. McMahon, the character, he was humble enough, and nobody understands these things because the loudest voices in the internet wrestling community are like fat losers who've never done anything in their lives. And they really think the world is an anime, you know? Like with those anime like tropes, you know, I'll show them one day. No, you won't. You'll do fuck all. You know what I'm saying? That's not how the real world isn't like that. Oh, well, I'm going to go work hard, and one day I'll come back and get my revenge like Dante from the Count of Monte Cristo. No, you won't. Dante's, I should say. Not Dante. But anyways, no, you won't. None of that shit's going to happen. And this is what they want. They want to see people like McMahon fail. But that's never going to happen. He's already succeeded. You know what I mean? He's already done it. Like, there's nothing you can do to, like, ruin Vince McMahon. He's had a life, right? He has had a full life, motherfuckers. He has done things that people dream of doing. Like starting a company from scratch and basically creating a new genre of entertainment. But people still want to see him fail. And that's fine. I can give a flying fuck. I don't care if he fails. I realize, though, that he is the one that understands what wrestling is. Literally, nobody else gets it, motherfuckers. I don't know how else I can say this. Because people have this thing where, like, they watch something and they're like, I could do it. This makes much more sense. It's like, bro, the guy that invented it is still alive and he is in charge. You don't know more than him. Like, to think that is absurd. This would be the equivalent of me downloading Microsoft Office and being like, well, now I know how to make a PowerPoint. So, Bill Gates, let me give you some suggestions on how to fix it. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? Just shut your mouth. Humble yourself a little bit. You have these idiots who are like, they should have pulled the trigger on Keith Lee. No, they shouldn't have. He sucks. He sucks. He always sucked. Keith Lee, basking in his glory. Just shut the fuck up. Enough, man. Oh, Cesaro, what a missed opportunity. He's like 27 and bald. That right there is enough. 27 and bald, and he doesn't even have the class like Stone Cold and Kurt Angle to shave his head before every match. So he shows up there with like an old man bald haircut, you know, like the cul-de-sac haircut. He shows up there looking like an old man, and people are like, oh, I don't know why he doesn't get pushed. Gee, maybe because he doesn't even have the decency to shave his head and make himself as aesthetically pleasing as possible. You know what I mean? That's why. And also, he's boring as shit. Vince McMahon, that's the one thing he knows how to do. Vince McMahon knows how to look at someone and say, this person is not boring. This is a very, very important skill in wrestling. Triple H doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Tony Khan has no fucking clue what he's doing. No clue. Zero clue. Like, why the fuck does Daniel Garcia have a career in AEW? You know what I mean? In what world does Daniel Garcia deserve a job? You know, then you have other people like, what's it called? Swerve Strickland, right? These guys, like he's a decent wrestler, but he's never going to make it. You know what I mean? Push the people that have a shot at making it, like Powerhouse Hobbs and people that one day might become big stars. But that's the problem. Nobody gets it. Literally, nobody understands in this world except for Vince McMahon and like Vince Russo and 5 other people. One of them being me and obviously all you guys. Nobody gets it, man. It's not working out. It's not working out. Gunther as world champion is a colossal failure. Nobody wants to see Gunther at all. He's never drawn a dime in his entire career. If he had, the 10 years he spent in like Austria wrestling would have made Austria wrestling go from a crowd of 30 to a crowd of 35. But they stayed at a crowd of 30 forever. Nobody wants to go see Gunther, man. If you see Gunther on the street, you're like, wow, that's a big Nazi-looking motherfucker. And that's it. You don't think to yourself, wow, I wonder what he has to say. But even, like, I'll give you an example. I watched the clip from NXT. The triple threat matches, Obafemi, Trick Williams, you know, and like, I know I talk a lot of shit about these guys, but every time I see them, I'm validated. They both come out, they look like jobbers. Obafemi is like wearing this weird shirt. He's mumbling his words. I don't know what people are saying this guy can cut a promo. No, he can't. No, his promo level is unacceptable. Trick Williams ain't much better either. Trick Williams should have stayed the lackey of Carmelo Hayes, who actually deserves a push. Then Eddie Thorpe, who in my opinion is one of the worst wrestlers of all time, comes out, and in comparison, Eddie Thorpe looks more interesting. You know, he's got like a look to him at least. You're like, oh, I wonder what this guy's deal is. When you see Obafemi, you're like, oh, shit, there goes the next Otis. You know, that's what I think. Oh, there's the next Otis, but without any of the comedic charisma. Oh, like, this guy has charisma in space. No, he doesn't. You moron said the same thing about Keith Lee and Karrion Kross, and we see how that worked. He has no charisma. Trick Williams doesn't know how to cut a promo. He's like, I got beef with you, and I got beef with you. And we're gonna have a match. And it's like, shut the fuck up, man. Just go stick with Carmelo Hayes, do your intro thing. That's all you're good at. And he has a good physique and everything else, but like, all he is a fucking entrance theme. You know? He's gonna have like a Fandango career, and people are gonna be like, wow, I can't believe Trick Williams had a Fandango career. Believe it, motherfuckers, because that's what's gonna happen. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Get Vince McMahon here ASAP, right? Vince McMahon, all he's done, honestly, in the last few years, is correct Triple H's stupidity. Like, Triple H has been wrong about basically everything. Triple H says, Vince, there's this guy called Karrion Kross. I think he's going to be a star. All the fans are like, wow, Karrion Kross is going to be a star. Vince McMahon and the hater are like, this guy fucking sucks, right? Remember, everyone was like, oh, this guy's going to be a huge star. Vince saw him and he was like, put like a Roman skirt on him and have him come out looking like a gladiator, right? If he gets over like that, there might be a chance. Obviously, he didn't get over. He got fired. Keith Lee, Triple H is like, Vince, Keith Lee's going to be the next big thing. He's very charismatic. Vince saw him. He was like, no, he isn't. This guy's just a fat loser. He sucks, right? And then Vince is like, oh, how can I fix this? Oh, let's see. How about Bearcat Keith Lee? You know what I mean? If he can get over with that, right? If he can get over with this handicap around his neck, then he's good. Obviously, he didn't. Get fired. Simple as that. Basically, all of the mistakes Vince McMahon has made are basically correcting for the problems that Triple H and Shawn Michaels and others have caused for him. You know? And then here's the beautiful part. Afterwards, Vince McMahon is validated every single time. Oh, I can't believe you didn't push Miro. I can't wait till Miro gets creative control when he goes to AEW. And look at him now. Yeah, he's had like Miro's had like 7 matches in like 4 years. Miro is like one of the biggest failures in the history of wrestling in his AEW run. Cesaro has done fuck all. He's literally in the same spot as he was in WWE. Shelton Benjamin, oh, now he's going to get a push. He's literally the same Shelton Benjamin he's always been. He has a competitive match and then takes the pin clean. That's what his job, that's his role, motherfucks. Everybody has a job. And Vince McMahon was like, all right, Shelton, you're athletic, you're good, so you're going to have a 20-minute match, and then here's how it's going to end. You're going to dive off the ropes, HBK is going to kick you in the face. You know? I recently saw I saw a clip of the Chris Van Vliet interview with Mustafa Ali. Shut the fuck up. Mustafa Ali complaining about everything. Oh, my name. Oh, they took my name. I'll do another video on that. But anyways, point is, Vince McMahon is the only one who gets it. You know what I'm saying? He is the one that understands how this works, and everybody else is just a moron. Triple H included. They don't know what they're doing, motherfucks. That's why with Vince McMahon, they get a Fox deal, unheard of, and then after Vince McMahon is gone, boom, get the fuck out of Fox, back to the CW. Now they're on the CW, where Trick Williams, the supposed future, and Obafemi, the supposed future, and Tony D'Angelo, and Axiom, and fucking Eddie Thorpe, the supposed future of this business, cannot draw like 500,000. Are you kidding me? Fuck out of here with that bull, motherfucks. Fuck out of here with that bull. I'll put it to you in context. Some of my videos get like 4,000, 5,000 views, right? Think about that. AEW and NXT draw only 100 times more than me. They have like hundreds of wrestlers, hundreds of staff, and they can only draw, and then they're on TV, and they can only draw 100 times more than the hater on his best day. And, you know, within a year or so, I'll be getting 10, 15,000 views on these videos. You know, like, they're going the wrong direction, cucks. Just bring back Vince and maybe we have a chance at saving this business. Cuckwads.